Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome everyone to a brand new high-energy spelling masterclass explainer. I am so pumped to be your vocabulary coach today. You know, if you've ever stared at a massive, intimidating word and thought, there is no way I'm ever going to spell that, let alone know what it means, well, you are exactly where you need to be. Today, we're unlocking one of the absolute most powerful secrets of the English language. We're diving deep into the chronicles of time by mastering the root word CHRON. Get ready, because this is going to completely change how you look at complex vocabulary.
So here is our Brainies Training Bootcamp schedule for today. 1. Fun facts. 2. Root importance ranking. 3. Spelling bee connections. 4. A one-page study sheet. 5. Mastery review. And finally, 6. A final champion message.
Section 1. CHRON Fun Facts. Get those mental notebooks ready, because here is the golden rule. The word CHRON comes straight to us from ancient Greek, and it simply means time. Seriously, whenever you hear the sound CHRON or you see CHRON in a word, your brain should immediately flash a giant picture of a clock. CHRON literally equals time. It's a super simple equation, but man, is it powerful. What's actually wild is how this root acts like a hidden cheat code across our vocabulary, especially when we talk about history. Think about it. Chronology is probably the most common history word you're going to encounter. It's literally the study of time. A chronicle? That's a story told over time. And if you're putting things in chronological order, well, you're putting them in time order. Basically, chron is everywhere time is. And this beautifully shows how the root doesn't just stop at history, right? It expands straight into hardcore science and measurement. A chronometer measures time. A chronic condition is something that lasts a long, long time. An anachronism, oh, I love this word, is something placed out of its proper time. Think of like a medieval knight in shining armor wearing a digital watch. Then you have chronobiology, which studies time and biological rhythms in living things. And a chronograph, that just records time. When you know CHRON means time, all these big scary scientific terms suddenly make total logical sense. Moving on to Section 2, Root Importance Ranking. Now, you might be wondering, out of the thousands of roots out there, how critical is this specific one? Well, we're giving CHRON a solid 4-star rating. Why? Because it's just incredibly common. It is absolutely one of the most useful Greek roots you're ever going to learn. You will see it constantly in history textbooks, in science literature, across basically all your school subjects, and, of course, heavily in competitive spelling bee words. Mastering this one isn't just a neat party trick. It's a major upgrade to your entire language skill set. Which brings us to Section 3, National Spelling Bee Connections. If you're looking to compete at the highest levels, you really need to understand how these words scale up in difficulty. At the base, we've got common competition words like chronology, chronicle, and chronometer. But as you climb the ranks, you're going to hit advanced challenges, words like chronograph, anachronism, and anachronistic. We can even look at former B-level words that have actually been tested on stage, like chronological, chronology, and chronobiology. And for those of you looking ahead, likely future B challenges include chronometric, chronosphere, and chronologically. So you see, this route scales right alongside you, from the easy opening rounds all the way to the championship finals. Because of that, you absolutely must know the entire CHRON family. I'd highly recommend locking these specific heavy hitters into your brain. Chronological, chronologically, chronometer, chronograph, and anachronism. If you can confidently decode and spell these 5, you're proving you haven't just memorized the list, you've actually mastered the underlying architecture of the language itself. Section 4. Your ultimate study sheet. Every great coach gives you a playbook, right? So let's distill all of this into one focused study guide. The unbreakable root formula is CHRON equals time. Just keep in mind, it can pop up in a few variants. You'll usually see it as CHRON, chrono with an O, or CHRON tacked on to the end of a word. But listen, no matter the variant, the formula never changes. The meaning is always, always tied to time. You're also going to want to pay super close attention to our spelling bee alert words. These are chronology, chronicle, chronometer, chronological, and chronographically. These are specific trick words that catch competitors off guard on stage all the time. Why? Well, mostly because that CH makes a cuss sound, and the vowels right after the root can sound really ambiguous. But since you know the CHRON formula now, you're not going to fall for those phonetic traps. It's also super helpful to see how CHRON compares to other time-related words. Obviously, there are other roots for time like the Latin root temp in temporary, or everyday words like age and history, or even the Greek kar, which means an opportune time. But CHRON? CHRON is the specific overarching Greek key for linear time that we're focused on mastering today. Keeping those subtle distinctions clear in your head just makes you a much sharper linguist. All right, here is my absolute best champion decoding tip for you. Real champions, they never just blindly guess how to spell a word. They're absolutely systematic about it. Step 1. Find the ending of the word. Step 2. Break the word into its individual parts before you even attempt to spell it out loud. Isolate that CHRON root, figure out the connecting vowels, and then add your suffix. You decode it first, and then you spell it.
Let's jump to Section 5, Root Mastery Review. Let's treat this next part like rapid-fire flashcards to really lock in what we've learned. Flashcard 1. What's the meaning? Time. What's the memory trick? CHRON equals time. I want that etched permanently into your brain. It's a simple concept, but it's the master key that opens so many doors.
Flashcard 2. Essential spelling patterns. Pay close attention to these common endings: ology, igal, ometer, iec, eichel, graph, ism, and sphere. When you combine the CHRON root with these highly predictable endings, you've unlocked the ultimate decoding skill for spelling bees. Once you know the root and the pattern, there is literally no word they can throw at you that you won't be able to break down and conquer.
Section 6, Final Champion Message. Let's slow things down just for a second and really take this quote to heart. Champion spellers do not memorize random words. They learn roots, patterns, and language history. That right there is the real secret to victory. Not just up on a spelling bee stage, but for reading comprehension, writing, and just speaking with absolute confidence. Truly understanding the structure of language, that is your ultimate superpower.
So, let's drive home the biggest lesson of this entire explainer. When you see CHRON, think time. By taking just a few minutes today to master this single foundational Greek root, you've successfully leveled up your entire vocabulary. You've just brought a massive family of complex words completely under your control. I am honestly so proud of the work we've done today, so I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Armed with the unbreakable knowledge that CHRON equals time, what complex words will you unlock next on your path to becoming a true champion? Keep decoding, keep learning, and I will catch you in the next explainer.